Well, good morning. It's Therese Fernand, and I just wanted to share with you this crazy experience that I had. I'm always trying to explain that we are in this bubble and we can do anything and yet amazing things, that we have no idea about universal law, about the powers that our thoughts hold, that we don't know about quantum leaping or time travel or anything. So, all right, probably lost you already, think I'm crazy. Listen on. So on Friday, my daughter asked me about an experience and about a certain teacher that she had an interaction with in her very early elementary years. Matter of fact, I did not even recall that she had that experience. And I could not think of it for the life of me, and started to try and remember, oh yeah, maybe you're right. The following evening, I had ordered a file cabinet from the store and decided to put it together and go upstairs in my office and empty some files that were in a box, etc. So I'm going through my files and putting them in, and I decided to open one of the hanging files to look at and say, oh, do I really need this? These are the old passwords and the old accounts to my old home in New York. I no longer need all this information. So as I was pulling out the sheet of paper, there was a small quarter of a size piece of paper like they used to attach to your child's homework, with a notice saying, Dear AM Parent, this is to let you know about so-and-so, and right there, right in plain black and white, was the teacher's name that we needed, that we had been inquiring about. Now, here's what's so interesting. Number one, I didn't save any papers. I was not my mother's child. My mother saved everything, every book report. I was not that mother. I'm lucky if I took pictures and saved a book report or an award, as my family will attest to. So number one, I didn't save papers, let alone some little piece of information that was of no consequence after that date. Number two, I have no papers of my daughter here in my Florida home. I don't have her schoolwork and all her stuff. It's elsewhere. Number three, what was it doing in the perfect timing for me to choose in that folder, in that location? That's the only folder I went through. Of all the things, I have tons of stuff here that I was unloading. I decided to look in that file. That's the only one I looked at all night. How do you explain that? How do we explain experiences like that? Divine intervention, coincidence? It makes no logical sense. Did I go back in time? Did I decide I was going to need that and slip the information into this time-space reality? Isn't it fascinating? We have no idea what we are capable of. We are just scratching the surface. These are the little things that happen to say anything is possible. And truly, honestly, haven't we learned in this time, we know nothing. Our truth is based on our beliefs. Our perception of what is makes it true. Doesn't mean that it's not true. It doesn't mean how many people believe something, how many people experience something. It is true for them. It is true for that experience. Challenge your very belief system. We are living in a time-space reality, in alternate spaces and universal flow that we can just access at any time. It's like, I'm surprised, but I'm not shocked. It's like when it happens to you, you get more of an understanding how we know so very little. All we can control is our feelings and emotions to a condition, a climate, an occurrence, a good, a bad, or an ugly. All we have is this computer that runs and runs and runs and tells us what to think and how to feel about it. When are we going to start living outside of what other people think and feel is best for us? When are we going to live free from the independence of other people's opinions? free and in the independence of other people's thinking and opinions, I should say, better said. What are we leaving behind as we're closing down this year and the moon is waning? What are we leaving behind? What are we no longer subscribing to? Here we are again with a whole host of conditions. We did X, Y, and Z. We're doing this, that, and the other thing. And really, we're right back regurgitating the same information, processing the same experience. Listen, if you go back 400 years ago, this was what was facing people 400 years ago, and probably 1,000 years before that. This is no different. We just have different conditions. That's all. But it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. How are we learning to navigate? Our thinking controls our reality. Remember that. Something to ponder on this Monday. I'll see you for Tuesday's charm. Ciao for now.